Good morning. This is Jean, and I'm pretty excited because I got a little phone call that my Earthly Stories new fabric line from Island Boutiques has arrived. So they let me open the first box, which is very exciting. So, wow. Oh my goodness. Now I have to get one of these out. Okay, this was my favorite design. Um, It came from a photograph I took at the beach of a little creature, and then I enlarged it a little bit and traced the shapes. But I just love this design. And you're going to see different colorways of it. So there's that one. And oh, wow. Oh, this came out good. Look at that. When I pick a palette, I send several ideas, and the idea for the colors in this one came from some hand dyed yarn that we had here in the store, and it had the greenish colors and the gold and the magenta and golly, doesn't that look good? Okay. Oh, and there's more of those. When I get strike offs, uh, then I pick fabrics. Oh, here is a light green one. So see, these two can kind of play together. I always try to think about how things are going to work together when you start planning a quilt. And I like to make sure I have some good darks. And I think this is just yummy. At first, I wasn't sure about this when I saw the strike off, but this came out really nice. When you see strike offs, you're seeing maybe 10 inches square of the fabric, and you from that you choose the ones you think are going to work. And usually, whatever I choose, they just do, but you never know. Now, this lighter one is kind of fun with the white because it's very airy. Okay, now this is my what I wanted to be like weeds or plants coming out of a pond, and then sometimes you see these other little growths on the plants that their leaves or sticks or whatever. So that's how that design was created. And here's some more colors. So you're going to see these colorway kind of repeated, but the background on this is a little more yellow than the background on this white one. So that gives you, this feels warmer and this feels cooler. So that gives you some options also. And then here's the green one. Green is my favorite color. Since I was a little girl, there was just something about green, but we played outside a lot growing up, and we went camping and hiking and everything, and I think maybe that's why I like green so well. So, wow. And the yellow in here almost just turning kind of lime, which is really nice. That's my favorite of the greens. So let's take this off because I have another box to open, and we'll see what's in that. The girls have their work cut out for them, I'll tell you, getting all this ready to go on the floor. That's the fun part still for me, even though I'm retired and I can walk in the back door, and a lot of times Julie is here and she's opening boxes, pulling fabric out. Okay, this is a little packed leaf pattern, and I wanted to make sure I had a nice neutral. And what's interesting when you have batiks is that a little of other things creep in, you can feel a little yellow, you even feel kind of a bluish gray in here, but I think this is going to be a really popular neutral. Okay, and then here's some more packed leaves again, and more in the magenta colorway, and then the green and blue colorway, and then the dark version. Oh my goodness, that's really fun. And here's the magenta colorway, and we have more freight arriving. This is a fun time of year. And then this was a design that I just sketched that looked kind of like, I would say, wood grain, or, you know, it could be pine needles all lined up. But I wanted a good textural kind of piece that could be either vertical or horizontal when you are working on your quilts. Now, see, this makes me want to go home and make some. And there is the multicolored one. And the blue and green one. So, and there is one more box. Wow. I think what's left are, I always pick a few. Oh, there's another design here. This design came from a stone wall, and I traced the stone shapes. So you can probably feel that feeling of the rocks. And I thought that would just make an interesting pattern on this fabric. And you can see when batiks are made, they've made it's like a woodblock stamp, and they put wax on it, put it on the fabric that's still white, then they put the color on. And so the white stays, but the color gets colored. And you know, when you add dye like that, you don't know exactly where it's going to go. You can't make it stay in the lines. And that's the beauty of batiks. And that's why I gravitate to them. They just feel so hand done. Yeah, those are pretty. And then this is another neutral, and this was a bark print, and it was the only one I ended up liking when I got the strike off. So I only have one of these, but I think this is really a fun neutral because it's very warm feeling, and you can feel the greens and the yellows and even a little pink in there, but it's not screaming at you. It's just going to give you like a textured look. And then I always choose some what I call solid like batiks that are just color to go with these. And for making the quilts, a lot of times you need to get away from just all the pattern. So these are the go with fabrics that I picked. And yeah. Oh, here's the gold. And then I know there's one more because I saw it sitting here. It must have been, yeah, it's just kind of a warmish white. It's got a little bit, very, very pale gold, but it seemed to go really good with all of the other fabrics. So, yeah. So here we are. Well, I hope you'll come and see Earthly Stories, or you go online and take a look at Earthly Stories. I have 4 different quilts that were made and a table runner. And this Friday, we're having kind of an open house. And I made a whole bunch of pin cushions that we're going to do drawings for. And I have a table runner that I made also. So it's going to be fun. It'll be 3 until 6. And I hope to see some of you there.